Let me teach you how I deal with customer complaints. Customer complaints happen in the restaurant industry. If you think you're going to get in the restaurant industry and not have any, you're wrong. But it's a theory that I call the Pope. And what I mean by the Pope is this. That's how the Pope stands. I've watched the Pope on TV, never seen him live, but that's how he stands. If you have a customer complaint, would it not benefit you to stand? Listen while the customer's blasting you? Because here's what happens. What happens a lot of times is we stand like this. Right? Or we stand like this. They're giving us a complaint. What message do you think you're sending the customer? What you're sending the customer is the message of, let's fight. Let's fight. That's what you're sending them the message. Versus, if you dealt with the Pope, it's non-confrontational. Literally, you teach your management and your crew members, as soon as a complaint happens, you start listening, and you go right to the Pope. Nobody beats up the Pope. Nobody beats up the Pope. If you want to fight, they will beat you up. If you send them the message that they're wrong for coming to you with a complaint, they're going to want to beat you up. Hopefully figuratively, not just literally. Although I have heard there has been plenty of instances where literally. You want to diffuse the situation. Best thing you can do is, sir or ma'am, I really apologize. I'm going to the Pope. And then there's one question you want to ask. What can I do to make it right? What can I do to make it right? You've now just turned them off. There's nothing else they can say. You've heard their complaint. You've listened to what they've had to say. In some instances, they want to spew. That's perfectly fine. Other instances, they just want to tell you what's wrong. And too often, I see somebody wanting to go to, well, we'll give you a 50% discount. I don't even know if that's what they wanted. Other instances, we'll give you $2 off your $200 meal. Other instances, I know your food was miserable. I'll give you another one exactly like it. If they think the pizza is bad, why would you give them two? The answer is, what can I do to make it right? You're in the Pope position. Sometimes when I'm doing it, every once in a while I'll do that. That's a Pope move. What can I do to make it right? They won't beat you up. You can resolve the issue. The customer leaves knowing that you gave them what they said they wanted. And I can tell you this. When you ask, what can I do to make it right, unless they're wild and crazy and saying I want $2,757. I want your entire bank account. Unless they're wild and crazy, you're going to give them what they said they wanted. It's not that difficult. I'll tell you a quick story. I had a client back in the day, and I was working at the unit level with the multi-unit managers. It was a Sunday. This is the restaurant business. We work on Sundays. Customers came in, the softball team. They ordered 16, I believe it was, bean burritos. One bean burrito with no onions. No problem. We turn and give them the 16 bean burritos and one bean burrito with no onions. They go out and sit at the table. And this player comes up to the table. They're all in their softball gear. And he's all dog cussing. You didn't give me a bean burrito that had no onions. I'm mad as can be. This is ridiculous. He was showboating for his softball team. And this instance is when I learned The Pope. He threw the bean burrito at me, hit me in the middle of the chest. Ruined my shirt. In those days, I was probably paying about $7 for a shirt. I wasn't happy about it. But instantly I thought, what's the alternative? If we have 17 softball players here and me, what is the alternative? Not like I can really throw the bean burrito back at him. I'll probably get the crap kicked out of me. So we create 16 more bean burritos and the one bean burrito with no onions, and boom, there you go. And we give it to him. He goes back out. He comes up. You didn't give me. And at this point, I knew, because I had marked the bean burrito with no onions. I knew what was going on. They were trying to get one over on me. He turned it into a big deal. No problem. 16 bean burritos, one with no onions. Boom! Really apologize, sir. I did the Pope. They went out to the table. They sat. I heard them laugh. Oh, the restaurant guy, he's an idiot. We got him for all these bean burritos. We didn't pay for it. We're going to come back here because this guy is just an idiot. Great. It's interesting because that softball team kept coming back Sunday after Sunday after Sunday for bean burritos that they paid full price for. Who's the idiot? The bean burrito cost me basically nothing. Bean burritos are not expensive. Even 16, 17 bean burritos. And the next round of bean burritos, it's not expensive. Next round of bean burritos, not expensive. Paying full price for years and years and years and years and years. Who's the idiot? Versus, if I would have balled up to him, challenged him, told him he was wrong, stood like this, no way, you're not taking advantage of me, I would have never seen him again. That would have been the most expensive bean burritos in the history of man. Instead, that restaurant chain made money and made money and made money and made money and made money. They kept coming in. I wasn't there every Sunday, but there were a few Sundays. They'd come in, it's the restaurant guy, you remember when we... Yeah, I remember. The whole time the cash register was ringing. Cash register ring, cash register ring. I learned the Pope. Give it a try. It will work in your restaurants. If you take the energy out of a complaint, take the energy out of the complainer, stand, relaxed. What can I do to make it right? It'll pay off for years and years and years.